feel like the most important part is like finding people that you can trust, you know? Yeah, I feel like it's weird because I think on the outside, I'm like really good at portraying like being confident and like being super, you know, social, but I feel like at the same time, like inside, I almost feel like I'm like screaming.
Yeah. Welcome to the Anxiety Show. Hi, my name is Dr. Amira. I'm one of your co-hosts.
And I'm Evelyn Gonzalez, and I'm your other co-host.
So let's get right into it. Evelyn, give me the scoop. What does anxiety mean to you?
Anxiety for me is like, it's kind of complicated. I feel like it's like an emotion that just kind of like happens out of nowhere and you just like really can't control. And I feel like my heart races, I sweat.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else sweats.
I got you right there.
Okay.
Yes.
I start sweating. I have another really big problem since I was little is like I turn red.
Turn red?
Yeah, since I was little, it's been like a thing when I have like anxiety or I get like really like nervous, like my face turns like tomato red.
Okay, so I'm really curious. Do you have an example for me? I want to hear this. When you got really anxious, you turned tomato red. I need the scoop.
Yes. So the other day.
Go ahead, girls. Go ahead and insert the card.
Come on. I'm like sweating.
I see what's going on here. You're broke.
You ain't got it?
No, I haven't. Come on.
Here's your receipt. Love this place.
Yeah.
Wow. That was a lot of perspiration.
Yeah.
You must have been feeling a lot of anxiety. Tell me about it.
Growing up in a family that like money is like constantly talked about in like a lack sense. You just like always like you kind of like have this like transcribed in your head of like a lack mindset that you're just like always like have anxiety about money. So I feel like paying for things is like gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no,
sense.
that's real, and that makes so much sense of when that's been your experience, that's been your childhood of money's a big stressor.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not going to be like, oh, now I'm an adult and now all of a sudden it's this easy peasy thing. It's going to bring up feelings of anxiety and stress. So how do you deal with that?
I feel like one of the things I like to do is kind of like tell myself like positive affirmations. Like remind myself like that it is just like they're not like real thoughts. Like thoughts are not real. And also just realizing that I can be the change for the next generation. And like, you know, even though my parents like did grow up with this like lack mindset that they passed on to me, that like I now have the power to like change that for like my future family.
And the power of our thoughts.
Yeah.
Because you mentioned something about taking that lack mindset and then speaking positivity. So give me an example of maybe a thought, like a stressful thought or anxious thought about lack of money that might come into your mind, and tell me how you switch that into a positive affirmation.
For sure. I feel like I don't have enough. And then just switching it into like, I have more than enough. You know, I'm blessed. You know, the universe is constantly providing for me. I attract money, I attract abundance, and just like constantly like catching myself when I like get caught into these like negative bubbles.
Yeah, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
Catching those negative thoughts, reframing it, speaking positive, and thinking and feeling more positive from that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So outside of money, what's another situation, scenario that makes you feel anxious?
Sometimes I just get anxiety just like being out and about, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, being out and about, like around people. Or,
Yeah.
Feeling anxious when you're around other people. Is it, oh, what are these people thinking about me? Are they,
I think
do
so.
they not like me? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's just like overthinking everything. You know, like overthinking what they're thinking, overthinking the possibilities of what potentially could happen.
Yeah.
Or just overthinking, I feel like is
So all the spirals of all the possible bad scenarios that could happen.
Yeah.
Do you have an example of a time where you're around people and your brain started spiraling of what's happening, what could happen?
Yeah, I feel like it happens all the time. Right now! I'm just kidding. Right now, guys!
Hey, how are you?
Oh no, 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 not another one. Ugh! Really? Ugh. I'm good.
I totally can relate to that. I talk to people for a living, and I still get the shakes sometimes when I have to talk to like a big group of people. So I feel you on that. And I'm proud of you for pushing through.
Thank you.
And for talking to me right now. So thank you.
Yeah, I feel like it's weird because I think on the outside, I'm like really good at portraying like being confident and like being super, social. But I feel like at the same time, like inside, I almost feel like I'm like screaming.
Yeah. And that's the hard thing with anxiety is it's invisible.
Right.
So people just see you on the outside and might think, oh, she's so confident. But in the inside, you're feeling, oh my goodness, what's happening right now?
Right.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a lot. So on the outside, you look so confident and you're smiling. But on the inside, it sounds like that anxiety is just boiling and screaming and just making you feel really uncomfortable, right?
Yes.
So do you ever just let people know, hey, I'm actually kind of anxious right now, or I'm not feeling so good right now. I think I need to take a break? Or do you just kind of smile and not let people know?
Yeah, I definitely just smile and not let people know.
Wow, that's a lot. Putting on that face for everyone, for the world, I'm okay. So what are some ways, let's try to think about some ways in reality of how we can let people know, hey, I'm struggling right now, I'm feeling anxious, so we can get help.
I feel like the most important part is like finding people that you can trust, Like
Yeah, I agree.
for me, I feel like I'm that person for a lot of people, but
Yeah.
I feel like for me, like my mom is my best friend, So like the one person I call and like I know is gonna listen and I know is not gonna, I mean, maybe she'll repeat to my, my dad, but like it's not gonna get out.
And a little bit, I told you so.
Yeah, So I feel like finding someone you can really trust, and I feel like that's why therapy is so beneficial, because you know that this person isn't judging you or gonna just like tell the world about how you feel.
Because you said you're that person for a lot of people. So I wonder, for those people that you're that for, why are they not that for you? Like, is it hard for you to open up to your friends about those sorts of things?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think I'm just like am more comfortable with my mom.
When you're opening up those like really deep personal conversations, it's hard to trust that information with just anyone. So you want to know that, hey, this person's going to listen to me, they're not going to judge me, and they're not going to dip, and I'm never going to see this person again after I open up. So sounds like for you, having a family member that's that trusted person, or having a professional like a therapist, they're not going to judge you, and they're not going to dip, you're going to see them next week. So you want to be able to trust that I'm not going to get abandoned or judged or whatever after I talk to this person about this.
Yeah.
Okay. So talking to people, you know what I do when I feel anxious?
Or my dog.
or your dog. I actually love meditation. Like those, I'll listen to one of those guided meditation apps, and it'll really ground you. Like sometimes they'll have you do a body scan where you check in every part of your body and try to relax anywhere that's tense, or deep breathing. So that's probably my go-to.
I love that.
Yeah.
I need to be more consistent with that.
Yeah.
I was on it for a little bit, but I do think that I do agree that like meditation and journaling are like really beneficial. I also think working out is a really good one.
Yes, that's also one of my favorites. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes. If I'm not seeing a patient, I am in a yoga class or in a Pilates class.
Yeah.
And it's so good because it's like if I'm feeling anxious, just get out all that anxious energy in the gym, and then it's like I feel like a weight is lifted off me.
No, truly.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel that way the most after I do like a heated yoga class.
And they connect it because it's like while you're working out, they'll also be like, oh, you're so strong. Like the world is your oyster. Everything, like all the positive affirmations.
Right.
It's like it's the perfect balance.
Yeah. So I do highly recommend heated yoga.
Yes.
With a good instructor.
Yes. Please like, comment. It really helps us out. And keep learning, keep talking about mental health.